to meet Robin Lord Taylor, someone who I love.
Oh, I love you too.
Gotham TV series. You were so great, and I'm gonna say something. Maybe some people might not like. Maybe my favorite penguin.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's lovely being here.
Thank you so much for doing this interview with us.
Of course.
You might see that we're Star Trek fans. But we also,
I gotta work on this. I need to get better at this. Yeah.
But we also love, of course, Batman and of course all the other great stuff. And one question I have for you, which I always pondered about, is how did you decide to portray Penguin like this? In the beginning, you started like this really like this loser kind of person, and then you grew to this personality and the strength that we all know that the Penguin is. How did it make you become like that?
Oh my gosh. Well, it all starts with the writing. And as you know, Gotham was the story of how these villains, these supervillains, became who we know them now. How they started from small time criminals to becoming like the supervillains of Gotham City. And so I just feel so lucky that I got to show such an iconic character at like his lowest status. The lowest status ever, and then to get to show him become the king of Gotham. So yeah, it was very exciting.
And do you think that, for me, this at least, I always saw Gotham as a way of a combination of like both the animated series, the comics, the Nolan movies a little bit as well. It's like a big soup and combine it. How do you see this?
Yes, I fully agree. I think that was really intentional because Gotham came out after the Christopher Nolan Batman movies came through the cinema, and so he kind of changed the whole story and brought it to a very serious, dark place, which I think is so iconic. And then when we were creating our show, the creators, they wanted to bring back in some of the fantasy, some of the comic book kind of fantasy, the less realistic parts of Gotham City. So we were very happy because we got to show both the reality of the situation and then also just the fantasy of the comic book world that is Gotham City. So yeah.
So I had the opportunity to talk to your fellow colleagues, Sean and David, and I asked them, would they be interested in a potential continuation of the work, and maybe David as a Batman, and of course Elvis as Batman, and you potentially maybe you can do the same. What do you think?
I would love that. I think it would just be a dream to step back into the world, even if it was just like one movie or one special episode. I think it would be incredible. But at the same time, it's like these stories keep changing every 10 years and the new actors come in, and I have to give so much respect to Colin Farrell and his portrayal of the Penguin. It's just really exciting to see how different actors reinterpret the roles. But if they want me back in the movie, I am there. I'll dye my hair black again. I have no problem doing that.
Since you talked about it, what was your opinion about, since a fellow Penguin, what was your opinion about the TV series Penguin?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was so incredible. And, it just, it was shot also in New York City. So I loved like the look of the show. And, and all of the acting was brilliant. And, it's just so exciting. It feels like a brotherhood, like me, Colin Farrell, Danny DeVito, and the late Burgess Meredith. It's like it's being part of such an amazing exclusive club of actors, and I'm just so honored to be a part of that.
And before we finish our conversation, since we are Star Trek, you watch Star Trek? Is that something you watch?
Oh, I love Star Trek. I mean, I didn't watch the original. I've seen episodes of the original, the very first Star Trek series, but I grew up watching The Next Generation with Patrick Stewart and Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes, and that, so a couple of years ago, I was at a convention, and I got there very early in the morning, and I went to go get a coffee, and I'm making my coffee, and I look next to me, and Marina Sirtis is standing next to me. She played Deanna Troi in The Next Generation, and I completely lost all of my words because I grew up watching her. I really love her, and I had to say something. So I said to her, I was like, "I'm sorry, but I just." And she said, "Oh, fuck you! Come sit next to me, have a coffee with me." And she was so amazing. We talked for like 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank
this.
you, my friend. It's a pleasure. Thank
And
you.
live long and prosper.
Yes, live long and prosper.